What is going on, guys? Healy here, and today I am going to be giving you guys MLB The Show 19 pitching tips. Already did a hitting tip video, so if you want to go check out how to hit better, I do have a video on the channel. Before we get into anything, though, shout out to Sony San Diego Studio for giving me a free copy of the game, allowing me to make videos on stuff a little bit early. But yeah, we're going to go over pitching settings, my mind when it comes down to pitching, and more. So let's get right into it. We're going to use the Mets for pitching because they have a decent amount of guys on their team that I can use. So we're going to start off by going into the settings. I would go into the settings in the main menu to do this, but I am changing them in the game so you can see all the different options. I'm going to have it on Hall of Fame just because pitching interface is pure analog. That's what I recommend. Pitch feedback on. Outfield is the view. Broadcast is okay, but at every different stadium, the view changes. So if you want a consistent one, I would not really recommend playing on broadcast. I play in outfield, so I get the same view from every stadium. And also, it makes it easy to see. With broadcast, on some stadiums like St. Louis, the pitcher's head will actually get in the strike zone, so that's kind of annoying. You can get pitcher offset, which is just offset. Pitcher center, pitcher zoom, wide, pitcher. I might do pitcher this year. Some people do enjoy pitching from behind the plate. Personal preference. I personally do not, because I like the visual appeal from behind the pitcher. Pitch trail on. I think the default is fade, but I leave it on so it does not fade away, and so I see it the whole time. Pitch confidence on. Pitch delay normal. API default. There's no advanced. We're going to go over the different varieties of pitching. We're going to start off with pulse. We're going to keep them. So pulse, you locate the pitch wherever you want, and then the black circle that you see getting larger and smaller, you have to try to time it up at its smallest. We're a little bit early, so the zone is big. We are going to go low and in right here. There we go. Timed it up. Should be within the circle. It should not ever leave the circle. All you do is just press X at the smallest point. I was bad timing there. And Ben Zobrist is going to get out. Or not. I can't make a play. So I do not really recommend playing on pulse, Ramon. I don't know why you do that. Meter is one a lot of people enjoy using. I haven't used it in a bit. But this is the default. You have to hit X at the farthest point to throw it the hardest. If you want to save energy, you could just do the lowest point near the yellow, but you have to time it up. You hit X right in the yellow or red, and then you have to try to get it towards the yellow line. I haven't played on meter in forever, so I am absolutely terrible at using meter right now. Some people like it though. Some people are just used to it. I unfortunately am not one of those people. And let's see, is that it? There's classic. So the final one before we get to pure analog is classic. You literally just hit X somewhere. No timing, no nothing. But look at that location. I placed a fastball low and in, and it went towards the middle of the plate. You have absolutely no control. I said pulse was bad. This might be the worst one of all. You literally just place it somewhere and hit X. If you aren't too good at the game and you aren't playing on a high difficulty, if you're playing on veteran, maybe even all-star, veteran, rookie, I would just recommend doing classic. If you don't feel like learning some stuff, if you aren't too good at the game, then go ahead, use classic. It's not too bad for beginners. But for people who like having, or who want to bring their game to the next level, make sure they have the most control in their game. and so that they aren't getting screwed by RNG, I would just play on pure analog. So with pure analog, you use the right stick. You bring the stick straight down to try to hit the yellow line, and then bring it up and match where the little circle is. So you see it in the center right now. If you move it towards the inside part of the plate, the red circle will move. If you move it towards the outside, it will move that way as well. So you bring it straight down every single time, but you have to try to get it in that red circle. That's how you get the most accurate pitches. It's a little hard at first, but it is definitely amazing when you get the hang of it. That is sick. My outfielders don't know how to play. We're going to go slider again. So, yeah, it will take you like a day or so. You're going to be throwing a lot of pitches right down the middle of the plate. But once you get the hang of it, you should be able to paint the corners in no time. Now, we're going to talk about pitches. For fastballs and in counts, it's key to mix up where you throw the fastball. You don't want to be hitting the same spot because hitters will then adjust to that spot. Sliders. You want to go away from right-handers inside to lefties. This corner is probably the best corner. You miss, you want to miss below the zone. Two-seamers, you want to get inside. You could also try to sneak one in on the outside part of the plate. Curveballs to right hand. Last year in 18, it was good to throw low and in. This year, I'm not too sure. Curveballs, you definitely want to get somewhat over the middle of the plate, but you have to miss the zone. Curveballs cannot be a strike. Have to get people to go after them. I'm not going to repeat this play, so we're going to continue. So Chris Bryant, 0-0 count. I'm going to start him off with a fastball inside. You could also do this in online play. I missed. Luckily, he did not crush it. 0-1 count. I threw a fastball. Also, if you click the right stick, you get to see what the pitches are in the count. I'm going to throw a changeup. Maybe get his mind off the fastball. He might think another fastball is coming. Might miss his spot. Who knows? Anthony Rizzo's up. So that changeup, I'm locating pretty poorly right now, but it's okay. Anthony Rizzo, though, thank you for coming up to the plate. I'm going to attack him in low and in with sliders. You want him to think that he's getting a great ball in the meat part of the plate, when instead the slider should be able to come in and he should whiff on it pretty easily. Now, clicking the right stick, I see my pitches. We've thrown 2 curves already, or 2 sliders. My bad. I was thinking about throwing a curve. We're going to go fastball away. His mind is thinking pitches are going to be inside. He hasn't seen a fastball yet. Unfortunately, I missed my spot. He was very late on it. Might have missed. So we're going to go outside again with the fastball to Anthony Rizzo. There we go. He rolls over on it. He had to. He had 2 strikes in the count. Had to go after that. Now, Javier Baez. We're going to start him off with a curveball inside. We miss. That is not so good. We're going to go inside with the 2-seam. See if he gets jammed a little bit. He went after it. You might get guys online that go after those pitches right there. 2-seams might actually be decent online with the higher pitch speeds. I'm not sure. They aren't really effective in previous games. The slider. We're going to go away to Javier Baez. We've attacked him inside every time. I missed my spot yet again. So we're going to try to go away. We've attacked him pretty much middle in every single time. There's the away pitch, and we get Javier Baez to strike out. We're going to start off Ben Zobrist with a curveball here. It's okay. I get that we're pitching with Jacob deGrom. He's one of the best in the game. But for the most part, I'm just trying to get some of the people who struggle with pitching a little bit mentally better at pitching. Again, I'm clicking the right stick. You're able to see I've thrown a fastball. I've thrown a curveball. He was very late on the fastball. What am I going to do? I'm going to go inside with the fastball. He wasn't expecting it. We missed our spot, though. Again, he's very late on that pitch. Change up, though. Doesn't go. 3-1. So he's been late on fastballs so far. I can't give him a meatball because that's what he's expecting. 3-1. There it was. Was he early on it? He was very early on it. 3-2. This is a big count. You don't want to miss the zone, but at the same time, you don't want to give him a meatball. We're going to go slider here. I'm going to try to get it close to the zone, maybe even hit the zone. Not a fastball, though. He strikes out. So I hope you guys got the basics down. Some of what I do mentally, I tried putting it out there. I'm not sure how well it's going to translate, but I gave you guys the best settings and how to excel at this game at the highest level. It's all right to use other settings, but those other settings won't get you to as high of a competitive level as these will. Your pitching view doesn't matter, whatever you're comfortable with, but you have to make sure to be using pitching analog or pure analog. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below. This is Healy, and I am out. Peace.